Yeah, okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I heard that. What was that? Was that you or me?
I think that was me. Oh my god, it's gonna go sorry. Like it literally like I've got a hot flash. Okay, so Thursday
Yeah.
in person. Okay. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Not Even Real Housewives, though podcast. Rosie and I are back. So much has happened.
Oofed.
And we delayed recording as well because we just we didn't have time. And I'm aware in normal circumstances we would have released an emergency episode, but we didn't have time.
We just couldn't. There was just too much life.
Just Ariana has nothing on us sometimes. Like we're booked and busy. But she is doing the rounds. She's been on Watch What Happens Live, Good Morning America, The View. She is mainstream and winning. Okay, to quote Louis, she is winning.
To quote that terrifying boiled man.
Absolutely. So
we're jumping in with Vanderpump.
Well, let's do word on the street first, and then we'll do Vanderpump. And if I have any energy left, fucking hell,
it seems unlikely.
Energy left, we will do the finale of New Jersey because there's a lot to unpack there. Actually, there's not. Louis is a crackhead that has psychological issues. That's all I really need to say.
And I think, and
I genuinely believe Joe Gorga in his confessionals, I felt pain there.
I felt genuinely sad.
Yeah, I don't know if he's telling the truth.
Like or potentially Melissa is an evil, manipulative bitch. I could be persuaded either way. But I think Joe is being played and he's sad.
Yeah, he's upset. I felt that in my core.
Yeah.
And I love Dolores and I love Frank. And that's it, really. That's my take on Jersey. So if we don't get there, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is all I have to say. And what else was there?
Atlanta. What words are there on your street?
Whatever. Atlanta. Okay. Word on the street is, I don't know if they're calling it Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Season 5, Episode 5, Season 5, or if they're calling it Roni Legacy. I don't know what it is, but it has been confirmed that it is Sonia Morgan, Luann de Lesseps, Kelly Ben-Simona, Dorinda Medley, Ramona Singer, and Kristen, don't know her surname, but she wears nail polish. So,
yes,
I'm here for it. People are upset about Kristen being cast, but I really like Kristen. She gave Ramona a run for her money.
I can't really remember her.
Oh, see, I do. I remember her very
I remember
clearly.
the nail varnish. I remember them like naming the nail varnish like Thrust and
her and Carol.
Guns and stuff.
Yeah, that was hilarious. And her and Bethany butted heads, and her and Ramona butted heads a lot.
How are we feeling about Kelly?
I just don't understand how her therapist is allowing this.
Yeah, it does seem like it. It's a questionable move.
But she went back after that season that she had to be escorted off Scary Island by production because she had a psychotic break. So I don't know if she's necessarily got the best help around her. I think she needs to seek new help. But then I've seen her on other shows after that, and she's okay. Normal isn't the word I would use to describe, but
not abnormal.
Not abnormal, yes. So
that's middle line.
Who knows? So there's that. I'm excited about this. Are you upset that they're not doing your legacy cast? Are you happy about this?
I don't know. I think my instinct is that I should be upset that they're not doing legacy, but I think I already knew that, like somewhere in my heart.
Yeah, it wasn't going to happen, was it?
Yeah. But weren't we promised Alex McCall? No, she's in the next girls...
one, yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah. I mean, maybe I'm just less fussy. Maybe as long as it comes, you know?
Well, that's what
I'm not sure how interested... I'm not sure. How do you feel about the new Roni, though?
I'm excited.
Are you? Okay, good.
Because I like seeing people in New York. I don't necessarily know I'm excited about the people or the cast. I don't really know anything about them. but I'm excited about seeing New York again and seeing ladies of New York and the high society mixing with the not so high society.
Okay, cool.
And
Yeah.
everyone thinking that they're slightly better than they are. I'm excited for that.
Good.
But I'm gonna watch it and I'm probably
Yeah,
gonna
of
stand it.
course.
Like, let's be clear.
One of my words on the street that I saw was that Sonia's daughter graduated, but I thought she got married.
Well, the fanfare they put around things like that, you couldn't.
And she had like a white frock on and was like posing.
Yeah. Every time I see her name, I think it says Cunty.
Yeah, it is. It is cunty.
It is, isn't it? It's like Quincy just doesn't like. That's a dog's name.
But also she's graduated from summa cum laude. Like it's I don't know, because it's all like Greek letters, isn't it? In there.
Oh,
her sorority.
Yeah,
It's got cum in the name.
Oh Lord. Right. Well, she is Sonia's daughter, isn't she?
Yeah. So
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
They seem really surprised that their kids graduate.
Well, wouldn't you?
No, I fully expect my kids to graduate.
From where? University.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
I feel like if you get in, you should make the effort to pass.
Especially when you're paying that much for an education.
Yes.
Yeah. I hear. In other news, kids who may not pass or even go to college, Scheana from OC. Some of her kids are questionable at this point.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, she's got so many.
I love her and her kids, so to be fair. She's got her real estate license.
Oh, okay.
Now, I don't know if it was a spoof that I saw, but I'm pretty sure it was on her page. And she's joined like a real estate company in Orange County and she's selling houses now. So what happened to her skincare line that we don't know the name of? Is that the problem?
Was
no one knew the name.
Noise as well, wasn't it?
But I'm just saying, surely if she's
maybe
not making, she can't be making
maybe that's
money
happened now.
Right.
Everyone in the Bravo universe seems to have like so many plates that they're spinning that they just set off and then assume. I mean, I obviously don't understand how cash flow works. This is what I don't understand about like Candy and Todd. I don't understand Todd opening businesses to fund a movie, opening restaurants to fund movies. I'm like, do you know a lot of people who've made a lot of money off of restaurants?
Well, apparently he's making more money than he's ever paid in his life, and this is why people get shot in his restaurant, because he's not paying people enough.
But restaurants are like notoriously fucking hard.
Yeah, but they don't have the Candy and the Todd. Like, there's no marketing budget required for this restaurant, is there? It's always going to be packed.
I'm not sure people lose money on marketing on restaurants.
No, but I mean, like, it's always going to be busy.
Yeah.
It's like people want to see Todd and Candy. I'm just making the assumption.
Yeah, fair.
And if it's all family working there, they're not paying them.
No, right. Candy seems to be paying every single fucking member of their family. That's what I got from that. Being from that, like, this guy gets paid to sit on a deck chair at the back. Seems like a good
Direct
job.
traffic in a car park. Love it so much. Do
you see Sheree's granddaughter?
Oh, so cute. So cute. So cute. I'm not going to spend that much money on a baby grow, regardless if it says She by Sheree.
Because you won't get it. Why would you?
What was it? She by
Bebe?
Yeah, but no, someone said it was in the episode. Marlo had some great one-liners in Atlanta.
Always.
Oh, I can't remember what she said, but my favourite line, I think, was when her earring fell out and it said her earring doesn't want to be next to me, but she was talking about something fucking brilliant. It was fantastic. Marlo was on fire. Have
we talked about Croy?
Kim and Croy.
Have we talked about Kim and Croy?
I don't think
we have spoken about Kim and Croy, but have we spoken about Kim and Croy on this?
No, I don't think we discussed it on the podcast. I'm devastated and heartbroken. And it seems like it's getting messy. She's asking him to take drug tests.
Yeah.
When she drinks wine all day.
I thought that it's so...
She has the audacity to... Because he's smoking 1-2 spliffs. Fuck off.
Wow.
No,
who knows?
I'm not here for it.
I think... I mean, I don't know American football. I would imagine there could be quite angry people. I was like tone them down a bit. It's fine.
Yeah, but he doesn't strike me as someone who suffered a head injury. Do you know what I mean? Like, if he was like acting a bit, he's never snapped, he's never screamed, he's never shouted, he's never
No, he's very chill.
Never done any of that.
No, yeah. Whereas she like is on camera, isn't she, for years, drinking like wine at like 8 a.m.
But she wants to give him, I don't know, and she wants full custody of him because she didn't raise them kids. Corey did, and the nannies did.
Yeah, it seems, but why would she want full custody? What's happened?
I don't know. It doesn't sit well with me at all.
But then I also saw that maybe it's a sham and they're divorced just because they are skint.
They've got no money. Yeah.
But I didn't understand how that would work.
Yeah, I don't understand it either.
Because if you get half of his money and you're both skint, what fucking difference does it make?
Well, can they not?
Or can they not seize his house?
Debt?
Or I don't know.
If they don't have, if they're not,
if they're
together?
divorced, yeah. If they're divorced, does she and she's in debt? Does he get his? Does he walk away?
Yeah,
from her debt.
Maybe.
No idea. Yeah, sad though.
Really sad, because I genuinely thought that they were going to last forever. Because
we've seen
I
the
love that show.
Yeah, we've seen the entire relationship, haven't we? It's entirely been on TV.
They loved each other so much. They were together all the time.
They had all them
really
kids.
Sad.
Mm.
Oh, excuse me. Right. I don't have any more words on the show.
No, let's get into the meat of it, shall we? Okay, so question. How many times have you watched Vanderpump Rules?
Twice.
Okay, which is a low number. People, I'm seeing people in the like 6s and 7s.
Yeah, I mean,
I think there were several moments where I thought this will be a soliloquy. Like people will perform this at drama school.
Which part? All of it?
It's just like the whole thing. Definitely the like Scheana Tom scenes.
Okay, Scheana, before we get into it, Scheana, MVP of the episode.
So, if I could say what my one overarching theme is, that I think it's really interesting how everybody is so completely everybody goes to comfort Ariana and is completely self-obsessed. Like everyone goes like, oh, this is so awful. Let me tell you how it's affected me.
Did Katie do that though? I felt like everyone else
Katie's
did.
was a twist, but it's still on that theme.
How? Explain it to me.
Because Katie's like, oh, I'm sorry that this has happened, but I'm absolutely giddy about the Sandoval takedown, and it's another victory for me in the twisting the knife of Schwartz being like a bag of soft sand.
Right, okay. Yeah, okay, I see that. All right, I'll give you that.
Because she's not sad at all.
No.
Katie's having the best fucking episode of her life. She's like, she can't stop smiling. Like, this is great. That dickhead is finally out of my sandwich shop.
Oh my God. Yeah, I paced the room during that episode multiple times. It was a lot to take in. Like, his narcissism is on a different level.
But even he is not so self-involved as to not realise what a fuck up this has been.
Well, I think he realises now, because I don't think he expected it to blow up. This is the thing, the one time I think Schwartz and Sandoval have realised that they're not going to get away with their fuckeries was during this thing. And even how contrite Schwartz was during the whole thing. Like, he was like, you fucked up. Like, I tried
it's so
to tell
hard
you.
for him, isn't it? Because it's not his instinct at all to go against Sandoval. He just wants to sit there and be a lapdog. And he's like, this is really bad.
Yeah,
you have fucked me.
Yeah, when Sandoval came around to his house and he was like, we've like got in 1-star reviews on Yelp. Like, this is my business.
And he's just like crying.
Livelihood.
He's doing his whole like, let me use my crying weapon. And he's like, mate, no, this is bad. You have done this. You are responsible. And
I think that's the only time I saw a flicker of human emotion in either of them, where they were both like, shit, our 10-year run is over. And I think that's what it is. Like, they are so shocked that they're not going to be able to explain this away. That
they're just not going to tom it out.
No, because Sandoval was cheated so many times before. And he's got away with it. With Kristen,
Okay.
with everyone else.
Well, he says in the confessional, I would normally delete something like that.
Yeah.
Normally?
Well,
How frequent
is that with Roachel or is that with everybody else?
Yeah, like normally I delete all my evidence of my affairs. Mate, that's not a good defense.
I'm
That's
really
just
upset.
implying that
I'm really upset that they didn't include the sentences when they were obviously talking about it being a sexual encounter over FaceTime. Why did they take that out?
Because they said they were smiling.
That's not what happened.
Because why would anybody record a FaceTime?
Yeah.
If you are talking.
But he was doing it at Schwartz's house. That is so weird. So you're in a bathroom, have wanking in your friend's bathroom on a FaceTime with your mistress. That's what happened. Katie's face when she was like, wait, he was at Schwartz and was doing this? Yeah. That was brilliant. But why are they not telling us that? Is it because they have to protect her because it's like a sexual voyancy thingy?
I don't know. Is it unprovable? Who knows?
Unprovable. People have seen it.
Who the fuck knows? I don't know. Is it? I don't. Pass. Absolute pass. I hadn't thought of this. Mainly, I thought at the start of the start of his explanation, I thought he is so unprofessional. Like you shouldn't. You're so unprofessional. You've said like it's fine to be like a fucking C+ on stage. You've got your fucking phone in your trousers on stage. Like, just be better. Be a better performer. Why have you got your fucking phone falling out of your pocket? You shouldn't have your phone on you. It's going to mess with the mic. People don't need to see that. You're meant to be performing. Who's ringing you?
His side piece.
Oh, mate. It's just not okay.
So the conversation between him and Sandoval and Ariana at the beginning.
It starts when he's like pacing about upstairs.
And he has the picture of Schwartz's mom, and for some reason production felt like we needed to zoom in on that.
And we see him looking at himself in the mirror, even though I'm like, you look like shit. Why are you looking at
awful?
He looks like somebody wearing his skin.
Yeah. I no longer want to sleep with him. No. It's over. It's past.
And she, with no makeup on, sitting there having the worst day of her life, looks amazing.
Have we seen Roachel with no makeup on?
Yeah, and she looks like a pug.
Pug. Oh, yes, she does. Although I feel that's insulting to pugs.
I think pugs know what they look like. I mean, they can hear themselves breathe all the time. They know it's not great.
They're related to my husband.
Yeah, so then she's just like drinking wine out of the bottle that they got on their first trip, and he comes in and asks what she wants, and she says, for you to die.
That line never gets old, no matter how many times I've seen that clip. That never got old. That still sent chills.
But I just was like, why are you there? Why would you? Can you imagine how awful it would be to be there?
They still live together.
Oh, good God. That's like
they're
a war
still
of
in the house.
attrition, isn't it? That's I'm not leaving, you're not leaving. I'm not leaving, this is my fucking house. Oh, God. I would get the locks changed.
Can you do that if you both own the house?
Who's going to stop you?
I mean, I would do it, yes.
Yeah.
But I'm just like...
I bet she could get a locksmith come around and do it for free. I bet she could crowdfund it in a hot second.
She could have 24-hour security outside of her house, and I'd pay for it.
Like, no,
I would pay for it. Especially if I know he's fucking Raquel in the car outside her front door.
In the car!
And then she has to go and open the door for him after he's got someone else's pussy juice on his dick. Are you fucking mad?
Oh.
Mate.
So are we dismissing this rumour that she's pregnant?
Okay, I don't believe it.
Were you a little bit sick in your mouth there?
Yeah. I don't believe it at all. I really don't. But it could be true. The way she was describing having sex with him in her confessionals lets me believe that he was running up in that bareback
all absolutely.
long. All day long.
Oh, it made me feel unwell. her descriptions. It was not good.
I can understand her point of view, though. She went from sleeping with James Kennedy.
Yeah, which I can't imagine is great.
I can't imagine it being great. No.
I just think it's a real tactic of people, isn't it? Like, I can't bear people who want to tell you that they're the first people ever to be in love.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's quite a bugbear for me. They're like, oh, I was in love. Like, nobody knows what it's like. Yeah, fucking people know what that's like, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, you're not
Yeah.
special. Calm down.
I know. But like, yeah, I understood the point that she was trying to make in that sense, that she went from sleeping with James like he's not. They're the same body shape.
Okay.
It can't be fun having sex with someone who's the same body shape as you. Like, there's
I see, as each other. Right.
Yeah, like, yeah, Roachel and James Kennedy have the same body shape. She's flat-chested, no shape, no hips, no ass, no nothing, and he's a skinny white boy. Like,
yeah.
I just, like, there's nothing else to say apart from that. And I can understand her point in that Sandoval's got abs. He's like bigger.
Yeah.
He can like envelope her, and he can like grab her and throw her about the place. And let's be clear, he looks like he knows how to put it down. Like, he has that vibe about him. Like, obviously he hasn't had it for a while because he lost his mojo.
Yeah, because it's all fucking her fault, isn't it?
Absolutely. But, you know, let's be clear.
So
Ariana made him lose his mojo, so he fucked her friend.
Yeah.
It's all Ariana's fault at this point.
How she was so controlled. It's very impressive.
Her monologue to him.
Yeah.
Cut me to my core.
Yeah, I mean, it's up there. It's fucking Lady Macbeth, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. If that's not recited in drama classes,
I regret ever loving you. And I want you to hear that. If someone said that to me, I think I would die.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God. And I think the difference between his reaction, his expectations of reaction from when Kristen used to go off on him to what he got, like, he wasn't expecting it.
No.
He wasn't ready for it.
And I don't know what he wanted from her, because he didn't want her to be angry. He didn't want her to be... Did he just want her to be... I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you think he wanted her to beg him to stay?
I don't know. I think he just thought that she would hush it up, because on Watch What Happens Live...
Yeah, all this chat about how they cover everything up and they back each other and they never embarrass each other. And
yeah, and then she just started sending out mass text messages before she had a chance to... No, it wasn't Watch What Happens Live. Someone else said it.
Tom Schwartz said it. Didn't he?
Did he? That she just started texting everyone?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, anyway, it came out, didn't it? That Ariana didn't allow Tom to get in her head to try and convince her to squash it. She just started telling everybody. And I think he just wasn't expecting... I just think the whole thing screams of he wasn't expecting any of this to happen.
Yeah, he was like, I usually just bullshit my way out of stuff. Like, that was the plan.
Yeah.
And we all have those moments at work where we go, I haven't prepared for that, but I can get through that.
Oh,
and there are some things that you're like, no, that we need to have prepped for that. We need pieces of paper and charts and to know what we're fucking talking about. This was one of those. You're not gonna fucking wing this. It's not gonna happen.
No, absolutely.
It was when she called him a coward.
Oh,
I was like,
he is a coward, though, isn't he?
Yes, that's why it's so bad, because it's so true. And everything she said about Roachel is so spot on. Like, she is looking to be, like, she's looking to find her personality in a man. Yeah. And she has no, like, identity of her own. And, like, she's just, like, stroking his ego. Mm-hmm. I was like, that's so right.
Absolutely.
And again, imagine, like, if one of your best mates said that about you.
Yeah. Because they know your inner, deeper, darker secrets. They know who you are.
She has seen your real, genuine faults and then told them to the world. Oh.
Well, I mean, Roachel did it to her when she told the whole world that they weren't having good sex because she's got insecurities about her own body.
Yeah.
So, you know, fuck her.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, fuck her. To the nth degree.
Yeah.
With a jagged knife.
And he can like barely be asked to like cry.
He didn't even apologize.
Didn't say sorry. Like, you see him say sorry to every other fucker he's ever met.
even faked emotion around everybody else.
Yeah,
He didn't fake
like
it, even try fake it in front of Ariana.
Exactly. Makes the effort to sort of very badly act like he's hyperventilating in front of Lisa.
I need to center myself because I'm getting rageful.
Okay, so we go to Schwartz's apartment, which is getting
that
worse.
doesn't even get me. Like, I mean, you're trying to stop me from being rageful, and you're putting me in a room with Schwartz and cunts and twats.
Oh, it's just the apartment. That's like a third. It's like the third brother in this trilogy. It's so horrible. I feel like I have PTSD looking at it.
So every time Sandoval's life falls apart, it's in a shitty apartment. Every time.
I mean,
every single time.
Yeah, but that's everyone could have nicer houses if he stopped being a dick.
Yeah, absolutely. But listen, let me just make this perfectly clear. Based on everything that I've read, listened to, and extensively searched the internet for, Schwartz did absolutely nothing to squash this situation. Him coming up and saying, I tried to tell him, I tried to do this, I tried to do that, is fine, except for the fact that they took a couple's trip to Big Bear, which is someplace in America. I don't know what it is. Listeners, let me know.
Who took a couple's trip?
Schwartz and his batshit crazy roommate Joe that sent Katie the texts.
Oh, roommate.
And Sandoval and Cunt Bucket.
Yeah, you didn't do that. Yeah, so you maybe didn't do that much. But he also, the amount of effort he's prepared to give things is quite low. Like, that might have been as much as he could have done.
Fair, but still.
But yes, for a normal human, that's not enough.
No, that's not me. That's no.
Have you ever been in a situation like this when you know
that someone's cheating?
Yeah. Yes. And you know both sides?
Yes.
It's awful.
Yeah, it really is. And it's hard. And it's me being worried about how I'm going to implicate both, like either one of them in a situation, and then it becoming a thing about me.
Like, I've never done it when I've like really, really known the like being wounded party, but I've known people enough, and it's always been like on tour to be like, this cannot be happening visibly in front of everybody.
Yeah, like, it's just rude and disrespectful.
It's rude, and I'm like, but don't do it in front of me, and know that I am going to say something. I'm not going to do it now when we're out on tour, but when we are home, I am going to get in front of that person and tell them.
Yeah.
Because it's not all right. And so you have got the time before then to do that.
Yeah. Oh.
Because you're just making everyone else like a cop,
uncomfortable. Yeah. And an accomplice. And it's not fair. It's not fair.
And also, I don't think you should make other people like part of your like sordid foreplays. It's like, it's not fair. I'm trying to get to work.
Yeah. I'm not.
How do they have 20 fucking people working at Schwartz and Sandy's doing fucking what?
Food tastings.
Here's me and my 19 deep fat frying assistants.
Someone needs to put out a fork, the other person does a spoon, the next person does that. There's a lot of cutlery and cups involved.
There is a lot of glassware involved. Every drink has its own glass.
There's a lot. So do you think that Schwartz has a right to be upset with Sandoval as he is? And do you think it's real? Because I don't actually think he's that upset. I just think he's upset that the appeal of Tom and Thomas died.
Yeah, I think
their brand is dead, and that's what they care about.
Yeah, I don't think he's that upset. I think he's as upset as he can be, though, because like he does seem to be quite incapable of sort of high levels. He's so awkward with his deflecting. Like he's like, dude, it's bad.
Yeah.
And I think he's upset, and I think the power dynamic is so imbalanced in their relationship that he was never going to be able to call Tom's bluff, was he?
No, absolutely not.
He was never going to say, you have to tell Ariana by Friday or I will.
Yeah, that was never going to happen.
Exactly.
Never going to happen. Yeah.
So I think he's as upset as he could have been, and I think he's mainly upset about the money.
Well, yeah, I would be too. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Like, I would be, as a friend, I'd be like, you have absolutely no regard for me as a friend, as a person who stood by you for however many decades or whatever it is. fuck with my wife, fuck with whatever you want to do whatever else. But there's a fundamental line that you should not cross. And that is my financial stability. Like, don't take food from my plate. Just don't do it.
And he can't afford it. It's that, isn't it? Like, look at this fucking, you've turned up in my shit show of an apartment that I'm living in. Like, I'm not comfortable and you are fucking me over financially. And yet you've had to come here.
Yeah.
And you're sitting here having a wank on FaceTime. Like you're really taking the piss. And I think Schwartz is pissed.
I wouldn't. I don't think I'd ever speak to him again.
But you can't not. He's too tied in, isn't he?
But that's no. We can have a business
Yeah.
That word. Like, I don't have to have a relationship with you. Like, we can turn up, smile for pictures for fans and leave.
Yeah,
like, I don't need to for me, it's like I'm at that point in my marriage now where cheating is one thing. Obviously, I'm not okay with it. And my husband would never survive if he cheated. But we've built a foundation together. We've built a friendship. Like, he's genuinely one of my best friends.
Yeah.
And it's like, have respect for me as a person.
Yeah.
Not just your wife, but as a person. Like, don't do that.
And this idea that, like, I didn't have the opportunity.
Fuck off. Just, no.
Well, sometimes you have to be in the fucking driver's seat, mate. Make the fucking opportunity. All of those things. And like, he fucking blames her. Like, all she would have had to do was follow me.
Oh my God. Have you seen those reviews that people have left on their page when it was like, my meal came out late and cold, but the waiter said all I had to do was follow him to the kitchen and I would have seen how food was being made. People are so creative on the internet. I'm loving it.
But can you imagine saying that? I'm like, you are such a deluded fuck. You will find any reason that this is not your fucking fault. And that's why Scheana is MVP, isn't it? Because that's what she says to him. She's like, don't you dare try and threaten that she was going to kill herself. Because if that's what you were worried about, you'd have made a fucking plan. You'd have been public. You'd have said.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's the other thing that got me as well. It was just like, if you'd left her, she'd killed herself, but you never thought about what she would do if you fucked her best friend.
If you fucked her mate for half a year, dickhead. She'd be fine about that. That won't destabilise her at all. She'll just bounce right on back. Or was the plan that you were just going to fuck her friend until she died naturally?
Well, I just think it was because he thought he'd be able to explain it away.
Yeah.
Like, he was never, like, let's be clear. And I want everyone who listens to this podcast, tell your friends, tell your lovers, tell your mistresses, tell your side pieces, tell everyone that you can. I want this clip to get to Roachel. So I want her to understand and hear from probably the millionth and 10th person who's going to ever tell this bitch this same exact statement. He was never going to leave you never going to leave Ariana for you. Never. Oh, no. Not one time, not one plan. You were never the end game.
Yeah.
Never. Ariana was always the end game.
And you can see it.
You can see. From when he calls you Ariana in a conversation, for love of God, have some self-respect and back the fuck off this man.
Like, I mean, it's written all over his face. The look of going, I have been found out and I am going to lose it all over this woman. This woman is what I've thrown it away for. And that's why you know he's a serial cheater. Because if he was going to fuck his life up for once on one woman,
make it J-Lo.
Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't be her.
Someone who has money in the bank and looks good. And also as well, just every part of their conversation in their apartment between Roachel and Sandoval.
So creepy.
Was, he doesn't love you, bitch.
No.
He doesn't.
She's
so desperate. She's so desperate.
Gleeful that he's hoping that he's going to like say it, that this is the launching of their... No, absolutely fucking not.
Called you Ariana. And then whenever he said they love you, you said
They
I love
love
you.
you.
That was the first time they said I love you, I guess.
Oh, God. He's like, fuck, now I'm going to tell this bitch I love her.
Honey,
Okay.
doesn't
So
love
we
you,
go-
never have. Just
We
get that out to her from you fans, listeners, whoever. Just get it out from me. She needs to hear it from me, from across the pond, to know that this runs deep. The people in London are not happy.
So we go to Ariana's. She's flanked by Brad and Logan. She's got her like
Her
gay
husbands.
protection round. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Scheana turns up with fags and wine. Scheana
In
is
a
really
bucket hat.
she is proving her friend worth.
But this is why Scheana should. People were campaigning for Scheana to leave Vanderpump Rules from the very first episode. But I've always had a secret soft spot for Scheana. I don't like her. She annoys the hell out of me.
I think she's got terrible taste in men. She doesn't learn.
Terrible taste
hard.
in friends. Terrible taste in.
But I think she seems oddly loyal to those people. And when the chips are down, apparently she comes.
She's really loyal, and she's always been really loyal. And I just think that she's a gullible puppy.
Yeah.
But she stands her ground. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Roachel's like a gullible puppy, but I want to kick it.
Yeah, whereas she's like a Doberman.
There we go.
Like, yeah,
that's it. Or a boxer or something.
Yeah. She bites. She's got the lockjaw, but then when she's on your side, you've got that lockjaw. And Katie turns up, and they say that they're putting their shit aside, which is admirable.
Yeah.
And then Katie just goes straight in with like how she's angry at Schwartz. Like it's just like typical, like, oh, how it's about me, how it makes me feel, how the devastation of your life is making me feel. Yeah, but she's actually like fucking loving it, I think, Katie, because she's like, yes, I am justified.
Yeah.
Both the Toms are dicks.
It is true. And Scheana just cries this entire episode.
She does, just emotionally, absolutely. And like
the empathy that Roachel could learn from Scheana is real. Is real.
Well, she's like terrified that she's going to get cancelled because she's pushed her.
But she pushed her to the avatar.
But I think like physically pushed her. I think that's what she's scared about. She's scared of the legal parameters of the altercation.
I mean, I have to say, the fact that Scheana was restrained enough to just push her.
Well, she didn't want to break her nails. I love that whole explanation. Like, if you would observe how I will try and make a fist.
But it's true. Okay, and can we also understand why Sheena's wearing tinsel on her hair, a la Adrian Malouf? Did anyone else clock that in the confessional? She's wearing tinsel in her hair.
No, I didn't. Maybe she's confused about what I'm confused about what time of year it is when they're recording. So,
or maybe she's trying to advertise for audition for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Yeah, good plan.
I see Scheana on Beverly Hills. She would stir some shit up.
I mean, she's nearly been on Beverly Hills, hasn't she?
They've all been on Beverly Hills at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen. The restraint Scheana showed by just pushing her, and I think everything she did was completely justified. And it just goes to show another level of Roachel's personality and character, that she waited a week or so after it happened to file a restraining order.
Oh, I mean, we shouldn't lay hands on people. We all agree.
No,
but,
in this case, I'm sorry.
But I'm amazed you can get all those pictures of her. I'm like, that fucking scratch on her eyebrow. I mean,
it just looked like she put in her pencil. She just used one too many sharps on her pencil.
She was like, it hurts. And I'm like, well, fucking toughen up, you dumb bitch. I thought you were a pageant queen. That can't possibly hurt if you've been waxed.
And if you've been fucked by Sandoval by clearly devastating proportions in the back of cars. Okay, also want to point out something that flagged me, and I don't know if it's my warp and sick and twisted mind, whatever. Guys' night, girls' night, guys' night, that they all crashed, and that's when the first thing happened, and it was just supposed to be a kiss, but then Ariana grilled him, and then he said it might be fucked on the car. She was wearing trousers and a bodysuit.
Oh my god! You have
to be willing to let off the crutches, so tough to be able to pull down the trousers, take off the bodysuit, do all of that shit to have sex in the back of a car.
I mean, just the actual mechanics of sex in the back of a car just seems
In trousers.
no,
Shoot.
no.
That bitch is dirty and disgusting, and Sandoval smells. I'm just saying. I'm upset. I'm upset. Like, the level that she went to get off.
And yet so fucking cheap.
And also run up in her bareback because there's no way they had condoms in the back of the car.
I mean, some people just carry condoms.
Not if you've been in a 9-year relationship. Does your husband carry condoms?
No, I was thinking maybe her.
Oh, yeah, because she's in her hoe phase, isn't she? Which I'm not mad at. I'm not mad. Listen, I want to make it very clear. I have never once slut-shamed Roachel. Never once, because I don't think that bitch is a hoe. I think she's a dangerous and insecure person, which makes it even worse. That's what I think about her. You go around sucking dick. You go around sleeping with whoever you want to sleep with. Just not your best friend's boyfriend.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's you know.
That's the part that gets me. Not how many she could have 7 different men in one night. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I mean it's a big fucking city.
Go through, run train, run battery.
I don't think you should have sex in a car. It seems like such a bad idea.
It depends on the. I mean, I can't. I've had sex in a car quite a few times.
Really? It looks so uncomfortable.
It depends on the car.
I guess. Oh, I don't know.
I mean, it's not. You do hurt your neck. We've had this conversation before. Like in a couple of earlier episodes of podcasts, like neck problems and stuff. But yeah, I mean, do you?
Right. So we go to James's house.
I love James so much.
It's all very natural, isn't it? This occurrence where Lala and Casey go round. I bet those guys just hang out all the time.
Yeah. Didn't seem weird that they didn't know the name of the cat.
Yeah, or that they had a cat, or
they
really
didn't know
who Ali
anything
is.
about it. No, but it was Lala's statement about the comfortability of Sandoval. Like, this can't be the first time you've slept around, because
she knows that he's
now all
out.
of a sudden you're like, oh, the first time I'm going to cheat, I'm going to sleep with her friend. Like,
yeah. Like, yeah, it's like a serial killer, isn't it? They don't start off just murdering 9 people and keeping them in a basement. They start off torturing cats, and then they build up and they get more and more, and they get like into an obsession.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh. So he calls Raquel, which is brilliant, but also does highlight what a prick he is.
I know. But
like, can you imagine if your ex-boyfriend rang you about this? Like, A, why does she answer? But B, like, you would just be like, literally.
No, if I was Ali, I'd be running.
Oh,
because I'm like, this is not the type of person I want to be with. He is a walking red flag if I've never seen one.
Exactly. Yeah. But
I've said this before. He is not a nice person. He is not a nice person, but he's hilarious.
He is. So tell me the timeline though. Was Sandoval fucking her?
Wait, who's her?
Roachel.
Right.
Before there's no crossover with James, is there?
Well, no one knows. So we know if the timeline that we've been given is to be believed, then there's no crossover.
Because what I find so insulting for Ali is the way that he's like, I'm not even upset about Roachel. And it's like, but you clearly are. You're clearly absolutely furious that.
But I think it is the whole Sandoval. I think it is his friend, and the way he cried in his confessional broke my heart.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for him. And it is true, he's a wounded little boy.
He
James
is a little boy, yeah.
That's his behaviour, his outbursts, his tantrums. All of that is the behaviour of a little boy. And it's sad, and I'm upset for him, and he breaks my heart.
To ring her and be like, oh, you've trashed all your friends, you've got no friends.
It's the languages it's the languages in this whole episode, and it's like, you diddly done fucked yourself with his cocky cock. And then what was it? And then Kristen Doty said, and pish posh. Like, it was just was the Brits are taking over. You diddly done fucked yourself. Oh, I love that so much. Oh. Yeah, why did she answer the phone?
Why would you? Like, what possible?
Because I don't think she expected it to blow up
who
the way
answers
it did
the phone
either.
to their ex, who is a fucking lunatic?
Well,
like, why would you answer the phone to him anyway? Even not in this situation. I'd be like, nope.
I think she thought that he was going to say, "Oh, it's okay, we're still friends." I generally don't believe she understood what was going on. She doesn't get it.
But she's like, she should be like in an asylum. Do you not think? Like,
She is in an asylum now. Hopefully,
she's not. She's in a fucking spa.
Yeah.
But you go to her flat and you see her fucking cuddly toys on the sofa
And a galaxy light. She's a child.
Oh, it's not okay.
He was doing really bad stuff to her, wasn't he?
I
Like
think
he
if
was
you're gonna
reliving
drink,
all kinds of fantasies. Fucking her.
God, probably.
Oh.
I just think if you can serve liquor, you shouldn't have cuddly toys on the sofa.
Unless you have children.
Yes, but I think if you're just one grown up, I think that Venn diagram should have no crossover.
She's fucked.
I did like the line, "Cheers to being in hell," where we.
But her response was, "We don't belong in hell."
But he's trying to garner sympathy, and she's like, "What? No, we don't deserve to be in hell." I'm like, literally, you do. Like, adultery is one of the sins.
Seven sins? 10 sins.
I
10 commandments, 7 sins?
Yeah, I think it's 7.
Right. Yeah, because there was that whole movie with Brad Pitt and it called 7, right? And it was 7 deadly sins. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's just like, I couldn't tell if she was happy or like she has done pageantry, so her like auto response is to grin.
No. She's not well. There's something missing. The lift doesn't go all the way to the top floor. It
But
doesn't.
then he says, he's like, well, let's turn the light off so that we can like sit in the fucking galaxy lights. The foreshadowing. I mean, it's just like, it's like something out of like Chekhov. Like, we've already seen the galaxy lights when they went on their holiday to Vegas, and that was the foreshadowing for this finale, for the final act. It's very good. I can't wait.
So let's talk about this, right? Let's put this together with the foreshadowing shit. She left Vegas because the girls tore her a new one for getting off with Oliver and to having the situation with Schwartz.
Mm-hmm.
She witnessed Ariana lose her dog and have to leave the girls' trip early.
Yep.
So she then thought it was a good idea to go back to LA and fuck Sandoval.
So that can't have been the first time, can it? That absolutely can't have been.
After everything that happened to her in Vegas, based on a kiss, she thought it'd be a good idea. Really?
Nah, she's already strung up at that point, and she's like, I'm going back, and I don't know.
Okay, I need to sit on this dick because I need to understand how these women are dickmatized, like, because I'm so confused.
Yeah.
So she never loved James, clearly, from what she was saying in her confessionals, because she's never loved someone like that before and had sex with them like that before.
She's never had sex with someone she loves.
I just think that James is the type of person who is very much involved in how he gets off. Whereas I think
doesn't look like someone who has a lot of sex, though.
Who?
James.
No.
He's too chemically in other places.
And his PDA is too much for me to think that he's getting it. He's doing it on a regular basis.
His PDA to me makes him look closeted.
Yeah.
Like, it's so unnatural.
So Logan, not the Logan that you saw at Ariana's house, but a different Logan came out a few seasons ago and said that him and James had an affair.
Yeah.
And we didn't not believe it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I would love it if he was like just a catty gay guy. That would make him even funnier.
Or bi or either, whatever. I just think, he's so desperate, isn't he? And he's like, he flung himself into the relationship with Roachel. He's flung himself into Ali. It's like, what are you trying to prove?
And they all look the same. They're all this vacant.
She looks like an animal, doesn't she, Ali? Like,
yeah.
Like, I think she's beautiful, but she might be a beautiful illustration of like a Giselle.
Yeah, I was thinking leopard, but yeah, Giselle.
Yeah. Like, she's just, the neck is so long and the eyes are so big. It like,
yeah. But yeah, I mean, even after that phone call, though, you would think that she would have the wherewithal, no,
Wherewithal.
sense. I was going to say sense. To run.
But I think she's like, I need this because I want to be in the show because that is the launching point for my music career or blah, 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 blah.
She wants to be an astrologer.
Is it not on a... I don't know which... Astrology... I don't know which is which.
She reads cards and star signs.
Yeah. Yeah, there is that.
Come on now.
You'll be shocked to learn that I'm skeptical of those things.
Yeah, I mean, flawed. Absolutely flawed. I just nearly passed out. Didn't see that coming at all. But okay, so that phone call happens, and then where do we go?
They go to Rochelle's apartment, and he says that they deserve to be in hell, and then they have this awkward thing, and he calls her Ariana, and then he says that her family love her. His family love her.
Yeah, because he took her to wherever he's from for Christmas. Now, okay, I'm gonna say something I don't know if a lot of people are going to agree with, but I'm raising a son.
What? I mean,
and I would like to think if my son pitched up with his side piece at Christmas, that side piece is staying on the sidewalk and not allowed in my fucking house.
And would you not fucking ring her?
I absolutely 9 years of a relationship.
If my kid turned up with someone else, not after they've been
9 years.
9 years for someone, and they turn up with someone else for Christmas, I'd be like,
oh hell!
I think I need to ring Ariana and find out what's happened.
What's the mum doing?
And if he's just gone, oh, we've broken up.
No, fuck you. No, absolutely not. I'm still ringing to check.
Yeah. Just to say, I'm sorry to hear that, or I hope you're okay, or something. Like, what a bunch of pieces of shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sandoval's parents. I don't know what actually went down and how it actually transpired, and I got to pray to God that it didn't go down the way we think it did. But if it did, shame on you. Shame.
Stop
for shame.
Shame. And then she says that she feels so isolated. And it's like,
Isolated
well, fuck your fucking mate's boyfriend, dickhead.
I don't understand
so isolated
how
from everyone.
She has any...
And even she's aware, because she's like, with you, like, I'm so isolated from like my friends, and I'm so isolated from this, and like with you it's questionable. So like, even you know that he doesn't, like, you've just forced him to say that he loves you, and even you know that that's not true.
And then she proceeds to say, like, I don't know how I can fall for someone who winningly cheats on their partner of 9 years. I don't want you to cheat on me. Like, well, he definitely will. He's already cheating on you, bitch, because he was still with his girlfriend. Side piece.
And then he said, like, she's like, I don't know what's gonna happen with you. And then in his testimony, he's like, well, I can't predict the future. Like, you don't even pretend to lie at this point. He's like, yeah, probably.
And in the previous episode, he said Ariana's the best relationship he's ever had.
Yeah.
Like, do you think she's seen the run of the episodes that came out before, and her family have said to her, he's not a good guy, you need to walk away from this, and have kind of like took her and taken her away and been like, you need to see sense at this point, because he's not a good guy. I feel like
someone might have intervened and be like, I'm stepping in. This is,
if that was your sister,
yeah,
or your niece or your cousin or whatever, like, yeah. I'd be like stepping in going, babe,
I'm taking the phone, taking you here,
we need to have a conversation.
You're not dealing with this well. You're not making sensible enough decisions that I can be unconcerned.
We need a Britney Spears situation. Yeah. I need to put you in the conservative, whatever it is, ships. Yeah. And we need, look, because he doesn't, this is, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's bad.
And also, if she is pregnant, they're going to have to not use either one of their surnames for that baby, because...
Oh, yeah, it'll be like witness protection.
Every generation from now until 10 years up and above, and below, is going to know.
Is she supposed to say her surname like that? Is it supposed to be Levis? It's Levis.
It's also Rachel, so...
Ain't nobody think
Rachel
you're French.
Levis.
we go to Lisa's house and like Ariana actually like cries. Because Lisa's like the mum. It must be exhausting having that like mum responsibility over all of those grown adults.
Oh.
What I find interesting with Lisa is that her relationship with Schwartz is so curious.
But you said before that you think they fucked.
I do, because she was like she's like two questions. She's like, this is terrible. Did Schwartz know? Like, oh, interesting take. Like, we all got to that question, but I don't think we got there quite that quickly.
Well, she needs to know if he can come round later or not.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? She's like
how hard she needs to spank him.
Can I bring him round while Ken's asleep or not? Or maybe Ken watches.
Can Ken even see at this point?
I don't know. Bless him. He looks so old, doesn't he? The day I read the headline that something's happened to Ken Todd, I'm taking a day of mourning.
Oh.
I will take a day of mourning. It's not okay.
Schwartz is such a fuck up of a human.
Okay.
Like,
I just about Ariana.
We are, but then I don't think, because then when he takes the dogs back to Katie's and he's like been to the dog room and he's so unprepared to be in his life. Like,
no.
It's like he doesn't know he's on a reality TV show. Every scene takes him by surprise. Like, men, haven't there been cameras here for 10 fucking years?
My favourite thing of that whole situation, I don't know if anyone else went there, but I went there. How are you affording to groom your dog when you have no money? Surely that's a luxury that should be cut off, no?
I thought when Sandoval was like, I just haven't had any opportunity to break up with my girlfriend, I'm like, but you definitely have time for a manicure every week.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I reckon you could take those 40 minutes and break up with your girlfriend.
It's even longer than 40 minutes. I bet he gets like a cuticle soak.
I just think you could slot that into your week if you really tried.
Oh, absolutely could. Yes. Definitely.
Like, if it was top of your to-do list and you really wanted to do it, I think you'd find the time. So we go to Katie's flat, which is also horrible.
Oh, it looks nicer than Schwartz's, though.
It's much nicer than Schwartz's, but the things that are really horrible are things that she's chosen. Because Schwartz's is just like a weird selection of shit that's left.
Right.
Because she's got like fake columns with like plants on and something else on. Like, what she chooses to showcase, I'm like, oh, you've got terrible taste.
Oh, okay.
So he's like, she's like, come in, like the dogs are here. We're all excited about the dogs. It must be so awkward being a dog in this. Like, can you imagine what havoc these emotions are playing on dogs?
They have no idea what's going on today.
But there must be a level of stress that they're like, something is happening. Like, I bet those dogs are pissing on everything. Like, I don't know who's coming. Something's going. Poor Graham. And so she like she's like, so how long have you known? And he's like, oh, only a month. And then she goes, really? And he just folds immediately.
Yeah, straight away.
I was like, wait, mate, you did not even try.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, no, God. I did know. And he says he had limited information. I'm like, but you have limited information on everything. You don't fucking pay attention.
Well, this is true. Yeah.
And Katie's loving it, which it does highlight why she would be a terrible wife. Or a terrible partner.
She revels in the pain.
Yeah, she revels in him having a terrible time. Whereas, like, she could be angry, and that would be understandable, or she could be like, oh God, this is such a mess. This is so awful. How could you not have said anything? Like, how? She'd be disappointed, but she isn't. She's like gleeful, like, yes, you're a fuck up. I've been telling everyone you're a fuck up. You're a fuck up. And he just can't string a sentence together. He's like, I'm just a guy living my life. Mate, where are you going? Oh my God. I just can't with how unbelievably, like, how did they get together?
Oh.
Like, she must have, like, attacked him.
I can't remember. There is an origin story of them, and I've heard it. It was on an episode of
I just
Vanderpump
feel like
Rules.
she'd have kidnapped him. Should have
And
been
I
like, he's
can't
good
remember. No,
looking,
they
and
were
I'm going to take
introduced,
it.
and then they went for a date, and I can't remember. Oh, I'll have to find it for you, or you
And
can
he's
just watch
so,
it.
I will. But he's just so not in control of his own life, isn't it? And you can see that in these moments where he's just like, I'm just a guy walking around. I'm like, yeah, but you've just walked around aimlessly through a fucking marriage and a divorce and a business, and
Doesn't even know what he's getting from the fridge. He asks for a Coke, comes back with a beer.
no fucking clue. He's lucky that those dogs recognize him or would come back with something else. The fucking groomer come back with a chicken.
A chicken.
It's just, oh, he's so hopeless.
Oh, not a chicken. That's made my day.
Okay. Kristen. See, I don't know because I'm watching because I'm hopeless. So Kristen is the person that Ariana, she was with Tom and when Ariana and Tom started.
Yeah.
So I don't know her, so I've got no idea what she's like. I know you've said she's kind of a bit batshit before.
Yeah,
but she
she's
seems
nuts.
great.
She's fantastic TV.
She has played this a blinder.
And she is so mature now, and so she could have gone another way with this.
Yes.
And she hasn't. And
she
I
comes out
think that
looking
speaks
great.
Yeah, this speaks testament to who she is. But I think it was because she's only ever wanted the truth. Like, she's that type of person is that I'll handle it if you tell me the truth.
Just be honest.
Because you've lied to me and you've this is how I get crazy, because she needs the truth. She needs to understand what's happened. And I think because obviously off camera, Tom and Ariana told her the truth, right? They said that they kissed once. But so I think this is what Tom was expecting to happen, right?
Yeah.
With Roachel. Like, oh, nothing happened. We kissed once, but then him and Ariana broke up, and then by the next reunion, they're dating, because that's what happened.
Yeah.
That they denied it, and then they kissed once, but that was it. But nothing else happened, and then him and Kristen finally broke up, and then by the time the next season started, him and Ariana were living together.
A full relationship. So that's an interesting interpretation of the truth, isn't it?
Yeah.
But she arrives. She's like, "You look so hot, hot and skinny."
And she looks puffy as fuck.
And she's like, "I can't eat."
Yeah. Whereas Kristen looks really puffy, and I think it's because she was told she was going to be on TV again, so she went and got all the stuff done. And they realised
also she just looks like a person. Like,
yeah,
I know people have given her shit, haven't they?
They're 40. She's 40.
Yeah, she's like, you haven't seen me for years, and I don't look like I used to look.
Yeah, but she looks good.
Yeah, and I just think she shows up and what she does. Because I have no idea if they've had a relationship or know each other, or if this is just a camera opportunity. But even if it's just a camera opportunity, she plays it fantastically.
Really well. Yeah.
It's like, I'll come. I'll be a nice person. Dust to dust.
Ashes to side pieces. I love it.
And so she hasn't just come to bitch. She's come. She's got a thing to do that's helpful.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Get your electrolytes in.
Yeah. She's like, when they talked about our ex-boyfriend.
I love it so much.
Yeah,
so much.
She's who she should have started a sandwich business with.
Who, Kristen?
Yeah, there is something about her.
Her many personalities.
I don't think there's anything about Katie.
No. Oh, I love Katie so much. I just think she's great. I do. I love her so much. I just love how she's mean. I love how she's just always activated. I'm here for it.
Okay. So tell me, if you we're going to go to Villa Rosa. Are you there?
Yeah, no, you froze for a second. So tell me, and then...
Okay. All right. So if you were going to go to Villa Rosa, if I was going to go, what would you do? Because if I was going to go to Lisa Vanderpump at any point in at any opportunity in my life, I would not turn up at Lisa Vanderpump's without a bouquet of roses.
Oh, or something. Anything.
And if you're turning up going, "Hi, I'm a fucking piece of shit," like they're so rude to her. Like what she requires is so basic.
Yeah.
She's like, kiss the ring.
Yeah.
Like, show the status. Buy the fucking flowers. Nobody brings her flowers.
That, and also, don't know if anyone else clocked this, listeners, and you, Rosie. He said he just walked into her house because it was raining. So poor Rosia didn't even get a chance to open the front door for what she's paid to do. And then he proceeds to put his wet black jacket on her white couch.
He just gets all wet on the sofa. No.
That's no DFS sofa, is it?
No.
That's gonna be like a 60 grand sofa. The fuck?
I like that she was dressed all in black.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm not entertaining this.
And it's not a hug moment, is it?
No, it's not a hug moment.
I was really expecting her to rip him a new one, and then she didn't. And then said, "You're not a bad guy. You just did a bad thing." Fuck off, Lisa.
Because those boys are her paycheck.
No. Have a stand for something.
She stands for business.
But she could have still ripped him a new one and still been like, we're still business partners.
Yeah.
Come on. It's not.
That whole conversation of what he wants from Ariana, like he wants to have a conversation where he wants her to stop being angry so he can tell her all the gory details. I'm like, you're just trying to alleviate your guilt. No, sit there and let that rot you from the inside.
Yes.
You don't get to feel better by confessing.
Absolutely not. You should have confessed before you put your dick in somebody else.
Yeah.
Or immediately after.
You need to know about those things.
After. Yeah.
You have to sit and think about those things infinitum.
Oh. And his panic attack, what the fuck?
Oh God, the fucking sobbing. He knows he's not a good enough actor that he had to do it at distance.
Against the window pane where it's rained, so it looks like it might be tear staining the glass. You think I'm an idiot?
Sobbing, hyperventilating, and she's like, you can tell she's just like, oh, just fuck off. Like she just doesn't want to be involved.
No.
But she does. She can't. Lisa can't turn it off. She's got such soft spots for them.
She really does. There's something about them for her, isn't there?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then we have like girls' night out.
And she turns up, Ariana turns up looking fire.
I mean, everything she's ever worn since it's just, yeah. And that's when we find out about the temporary restraining order, is it?
Yeah.
Which is, again, it's Scheana going like, this horrible thing has happened and this is how it's affecting me.
Yeah, but I think at the same time, I lost like the whole train of thought because I got so mad for a second.
Something happened. I can't think what it is.
No, I got really angry. Like, listeners, that long pause was just because like so many things I've flooding my mind that I just got mad. I understand Sheena's whole reasoning behind why she's so upset about this, because she was the one who stood up for Roachel, and I recently found out that she had. So shout out to Joanna on Twitter who fed me the details. So the apartment or condo, whatever, that Scheana refers to that Roachel lived in, that she paid for, was a secondary residence that Scheana has. And she let Roachel stay there for free when she left James.
Right, okay.
And apparently, hilarious, they have the thing about this, obviously, in Vanderpump Rules. She didn't replenish the paper towels or the toilet roll.
This is the currency. This is how we judge
currency,
people.
Right? It's not cigarettes anymore. It's toilet paper and thing. Or
since COVID, it's just fucking toilet paper.
Absolutely. And she had sex in her bed and on her kitchen counters.
How would she know that?
Apparently, she told her.
Oh.
When she left, she was like, "Oh, and by the way," and she was like, "Okay, that's great."
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna have to like deep clean this before I rent this back out. Cool, thanks. So I understand where Scheana's coming from with this. Like, after everything we've been through, I get upset and I shove you, or even if you did punch her, understand like why she would put her hands on you in the first place.
Yeah.
And your first reaction is
the audacity to get a restraining order. Like, did she really think she was going to come after her again?
Yeah, but I don't think turning up at girls' night with your sister as a moral support animal is like the way to go.
Yeah, and then like crying when she's not crying, I think is a bad look, isn't it? And you've got to be very careful about those things. You've got to know that if you're that person, you should be like, I gotta go.
Yeah. I can't be here.
I can't be the person stealing focus here. Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then fucking Schwartz turns up, and again Katie's like, Schwartz, so giddy. She's like, look, I want to come to you. Show you. And he's so awkward. It's so, and he's trying to be funny. He's so bad at real things, isn't it?
I used to have a bar once.
I used to have a bar. And Lala's like, yeah, we're trying to blow it up.
Yeah. Who? Okay, out of James, Lala, Katie, or Scheana, if you were to have like a beef with anyone that required someone to scrap for you, who out of those four, who are you having in your corner? Like, who's your number one?
Not Lala, because I think she's all gob.
Yeah, but her voice is cutting though.
Yeah, but I've got that covered.
Someone. Right, okay, fair. You got your own back on that one. Yeah.
I like that Scheana has shown the ability to just blindly do like follow and will get into a scrap. So that's good. But yeah, I think I'm not sure if I can admit that it's James. But it might be.
It might be James for me too. Although I reckon Katie could throw a mean right hook.
Yeah, I think in terms of actual
physical scrapping,
physical impact. Also, I think Katie would like she's so hot when she runs hot.
Yeah.
Then like she'd be she's wily enough, or maybe she's just intelligent enough that like, and then the next day she'd go around and like put a dead fish in there, like air circulating. You know? Like I think she's vindictive. Yeah.
Dark.
It doesn't have to be on camera for Katie to get her revenge.
No.
It just has to come.
It will come. And it will come. That bitch is crazy.
Yeah, and Tom's like, oh well, you know, this is my family. And again, I'm like, again, you're making it all about you. You're saying like how your family is falling apart because of the family that you've made of these people who work in your kitchen that you've met 7 weeks ago.
Yeah.
She's like, this is my actual, and she doesn't say this is my actual fucking family. Like, this is my life. She's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about that. Yeah. Which I think is like the most polite way she can say that. Like, how
she was really calm.
The fourth fucking person in this to come up and tell me how bad this is for you.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then she says we can't be friends.
That's really harsh, but fair.
But can you imagine getting yourself into a scenario where you would have to tell another grown-up you can't be friends with them? I just think these are not conversations we have now. I haven't had that conversation.
Sit with us.
I have not had that conversation for 30 years. Like, we cannot be friends anymore.
I don't think I've ever had that conversation. I just think I just ghost people.
I think, yeah, I feel like it's implied, isn't it? Like,
yeah. I shouldn't have to explain this to you why this is not how. Yeah, absolutely. Oh Lord.
But they have it, don't they? Because she's like, I'm not gonna have friends in common with him. And then we see, and again, a lovely parallel again when Tom Sandoval goes to Sheena's house. And they have a conversation about how they can't be friends.
And Brock, I love Brock. You put us in a bit of a sticky one, mate.
Mate, spit hawk in it.
Yeah.
And he's almost redeemed because he thinks he's brought them a present, but he's just picked up their Amazon delivery. What a twat. you got for us? Nothing, just something you've paid for that I've picked up. Dear God.
Oh my God. So Scheana said on a podcast that I listened to, I can't remember if it was her one or someone else's she was on, that said that whole conversation was an hour and a half long.
Oh God.
And she's like, I had no idea which part of it that
Oh
they
my
would use.
God, how exhausting.
But the way
That's
she spoke so much truth and sense.
I love that, and he's so shocked, and that's what's happening, isn't it? He's doing his usual patter, his usual bullshit, and it's not working.
It's not. It's absolutely not.
Because I think he turned 40 and had a spiritual awakening, and she's like, no.
No,
you didn't. You fucked her friend.
Yeah.
And I was going to break up with her and it was all going to be fine. But you didn't. You fucked her friend. You fucked her best friend.
Yeah.
Yes, Scheana.
Yeah. But it's not even that they had, it's the amount of time for me.
Yeah.
Like,
this is not a week's turnaround.
Yeah, I think what he thought in his head was, well, when Kristen fucked Jax, everyone it took Kristen like 2 years, 2 seasons for everyone to start talking to her again after that. Like, it was it wasn't a big deal, but it was like a big deal. And it was like they had sex twice. And I think it was like on the same night. So it was like a one-time thing and they never did it again and it was never anything weird. But I think in his head it was like, well, if Kristen did it with Jax and I cheated before and everything has been okay.
Yeah.
But it's the length of time. This wasn't just a physical affair. It was an emotional affair.
It is different when you're 40 to when you're 23.
Absolutely it is. The
like you know
different.
What you're doing. You have fucked someone over. You have taken a decade out of someone's life.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
To take up someone's entire 30s and then throw it away on that twat.
She didn't necessarily want to have kids, but like that decade is pivotal.
Yeah. And like Scheana said, like you can theoretically pivot on it. Pivotal
in a woman's life.
Yeah. And Scheana says that she's like, why? Because she says, how long has it been? And he's like, 5 years. And she's like, then why buy a fucking house? Like, I thought it would make us collect. Fuck off! You're lying. Oh.
I tell you,
and she tells him, she like tells him everything. She's like, this is what you should have done. This is what you should do now. And he's just like,
be an adult, be a grown up.
Yeah, and he's like, well, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah. I tell you, this whole thing has made me so heightened and so sensitive to like everything going on. It's just ridiculous. Like,
there'll be like tens of thousands of marriages breaking down because of this.
Absolutely, because like I found a bobby pin.
All these women going, fucking men.
I found a bobby pin on my husband's side of the bed the other day, and I know exactly where it came from because I did my hair with the big mirror, which is on his side of the bed when I was doing my thing. So I had bobby pins in my hair. I sent a picture of the bobby pin to him, and I was just like, I just watched the Vanderpump Rules finale. So now I think you're having an affair because I found a bobby pin on your side of the bed. And he was just like, fucking Tom Sandoval. True story. That happened. Like,
yes. Yeah, this is a problem.
Obviously, I knew it was just a joke. But it's like, this is actually, for a lot of people, that wasn't a joke. Like, stuff's happening in households.
Mm. Yeah. He's so lazy. It's his lack of etiquette, all of that for me. I can't fucking bear it. Like, you could have avoided all of this if you were just a professional in any one of your fucking jobs. Like, this wouldn't have ruined your bar if you'd committed to your fucking bar. This wouldn't have ruined your relationship if you'd committed to being in a fucking band and not had your phone in your pants. Like, so many things that you could have done. If you were just better, just a level up at any of the things, this wouldn't have happened.
It is so true.
I just can't. Just be better. You're 40.
Oh my days.
Stop turning up like you can be a hungover 23-year-old in a bar.
Yeah. Oh my Lord.
So those are my thoughts. like, I don't think I have any revelations. It's all
No,
as
I just think
expected.
seeing his narcissism in person, in front of Ariana, in the whole episode, him walking around doing the apology tour, and her showing absolutely no remorse whatsoever, like Rochelle showing absolutely no remorse whatsoever, completely dick struck by him, and him clearly not having any emotional attachment to her whatsoever. She's just another pussy.
I cannot get
It's
a fucking
not...
handle on her. She is... Something doesn't match. Something doesn't add up there, does it?
And then she's sending letters to the house.
Yes.
Why would you do that?
No, absolutely none of it. I don't understand.
I hadn't even got the energy to get into the Billy Lee of it all.
Oh, so Billy Lee is the trans woman who used to be on the show?
Yeah, so I made a massive thing about
woman.
I don't believe that was ever a thing. I don't believe that was an issue. I think that's ridiculous. People are being silly. Leave Billy Lee alone.
Now you think it's probably quite likely.
I know, I'm like, oh shit. Okay. I have to relook at that again.
This case needs to not be called.
I can't.
Yeah.
And I just want to make a statement as well. It really aggravates me when news sources online and bloggers and so forth are capitalizing, as in physically capitalizing, as in using capital letters, transgender when it comes to Billy Lee. Like, it's not necessary. Tom Sandoval speaks of transgender Billy Lee. Like, fuck off. Billy Lee's a woman. She's a normal human being. You don't need to put in capital letters that she's transgender. Like, it's ridiculous to me. If you want to include that in your story because it's a factual thing, and yes, some people might find it salacious.
Yeah, people are going to find it salacious, aren't they?
But you don't need to put it in your headline and use capital letters. I just think it aggravates me.
Yeah.
There's no need for it.
Yep.
Anyway, that's just my statement on that.
I just think, do we need the full term transgender anymore? Like, as opposed to what? Transatlantic?
Well, I
think when you say trans, I think well, no, you don't need it at all. Yeah.
When I know I've used it in the past to describe who she was, and that was because it was a big part when I was explaining to Rosie.
Yeah.
Because it was a big part of her storyline, and that was the whole thing that we were talking about. But in general,
and if I don't know who she is, it is one of her identifying features.
Yeah, like, I don't need to, like, just fuck off. She's a woman. Get over it.
Why did she leave the show?
I think it's because she got a lot of trans hate, actually.
Oh, really? Oh, God.
And I think she didn't. And then other people would say that because Andy Cohen's transphobic. I don't believe that, but that's what people will say.
Okay. Interesting. When I get to that part, I'll tell you my thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah, watch it. I mean, it's like season 6, season 7.
Okay. Anything else? Anything else you'd like to add?
No, I'm done. And I don't have the energy to talk about Jersey and Atlanta. I can't. I have a headache.
I think that's fine.
Do you have anything you want to talk about Jersey and Atlanta?
I mean, there was a lot, wasn't there, in Jersey?
We need to talk about Jersey. I just not
today.
Today.
It was a whole load of things. I don't know what my take homes are. Louis is terrifying.
He's a crackhead. I
feel genuinely sad for Joe Gorga. I feel like Melissa overshot, didn't she? They both, like, she really added 2 and 2 together to make 5. In the whole Danielle telling of it all. It was too much.
She didn't have to react the way that she reacted, and I think she was trying to do something. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I think she was making the big play and it didn't work. And also, how are we not seeing the wedding as like? Because that's like a separate fucking thing.
It's on next week, I think.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Like this week coming.
Fine.
Yeah.
How many episodes is that going to be?
I don't know.
Okay, because if the answer isn't 1, I think it's too many. Because I was excited about her getting married and now I'm terrified.
Because you don't want her to get married to Louis?
I know that she is married to Louis, and I know that he's going to kill her.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't disagree with that statement.
It's bad.
I mean, it's
And
not
I feel
great.
bad. I feel the selfish part of me just feels bad that like Dolores didn't get a nice party.
Yeah, I
Like
do
she
feel
just
awful for
deserves
that.
to be happy.
Yeah, I do feel bad about that also. And she looks so good.
She looked amazing in that dress.
That dress was incredible.
Yeah. And it was like
Incredible.
20s, but it wasn't like a fucking costume.
No, it looked, yeah.
Like really nice.
Yeah.
I can't fucking remember what happened in Atlanta.
It was the rest of the party in Atlanta, wasn't it?
The rest of the party, and then so who do you feel, what side of the story do you come down on for Kenya and Martell?
I think that
Is
Kenya,
Martell being aggressive? Is Kenya being aggressive?
I think they both were being aggressive, but I think Martell took it too far by insulting a female's honor.
Okay.
If that's the word I'm looking for, like saying, "Oh, but you know, like
I bet
insinuating
you
that she's a
replied to
hoe."
everyone.
Yeah, like insinuating that. I didn't appreciate that, but I also think that Kenya was bringing it up on camera to do
Yeah,
something,
exactly.
but
Yeah.
she always does this, and then she's shocked by the reactions that she
Yeah,
gets.
and then she's so upset. She's like, "How dare you?"
Yeah, and I do think she does do that. She does try to portray men
Yeah.
as aggressive and this, and it's like, are they though, or are they just being like, no, we're not falling for your bullshit?
Or are they just meeting her where she is?
Yeah, exactly. Because if someone comes at you with that kind of energy, you assume that they can receive that kind of energy.
I mean, it just depends who you are, doesn't it? Like, I feel if someone came at me like that, I'd be like, right, okay. But I don't know. There is a gender part of the equation, isn't there? It hits differently when it's a man. Like it reverberates differently, doesn't it? But I guess only when it's how you portray yourself, isn't it, then as the woman in the situation? Because Kenya has been a victim,
Yeah.
like, or Lee, or is, and it maybe is reminded of that. It's triggering. I don't know. But there's no way Martell could know that. So what do you? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't like a gendered statement. I don't like that men shouldn't be able to talk to women in any way. Maybe just nobody should get in and get up and
Anyone's
shout at
face.
each other.
Yeah, fair.
And
Yeah.
now it's potentially like people are seeing her pattern, aren't they? They're seeing,
Yeah.
because it didn't land well with us when she did it towards Ross.
No, it didn't. I thought what she did with Ross was ridiculous.
And he seems generally pretty chill, and like he hasn't really given us any reason to think he's a dickhead, which
No.
Martell has not got coming with him, has he?
No, oh, Martell gives me red flag.
Yeah.
All day. All day red flags.
Yeah, so I think those are my thoughts.
Okay.
My headlines, but yeah, goodness. Okay. We'll discuss more details soon.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening to our pretty much VPR episode.
Yeah,
Like,
what a time to be alive, guys.
the internet is just that the TV right now is just killing me. I can't do it. It's just
It must be terrible if you were on the like writer's strike in the States in telly, because who cares?
No one cares. I know that's horrendous, isn't it?
The unscripted telly is taking over the world.
Absolutely. Fantastic stuff. Quite a time to be live. So don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, send us your thoughts and opinions, share any funny videos.
Tell us we're right, tell us we're wrong.
You can also email us. We love speaking to you guys.
Yeah.
And yeah, tell your friends, rate, subscribe, share, do all those fun stuff. And we'll catch you next time.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.